I want to thank Amy, our Emma, our Madam Master of Ceremonies, for conducting the proceedings with efficiency and style, which I believe reflects of her management capacity at this factory. May I, of course, your Madam Chair, be permitted to recognize, firstly, our Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Earl Martin, who is also a Minister of Energy, the Honorable Richard Skerritt, our Minister of Industry and Commerce and International Trade, all of my other ministerial colleagues who are here, our permanent secretaries, and of course, Ambassador Miguel Tao and his dear wife, also the President of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, and all others who are from the manufacturing and business community otherwise here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Our special guests, those, of course, who are also from the Consular and Diplomatic Corps here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Good afternoon. I want to stress that I am extraordinarily pleased to be here this afternoon in the presence of His Excellency Miguel Tao, our Ambassador of the Republic of China on Taiwan, and also, of course, in the presence of Mr. Lucas Chu, who is the CEO of Speedtech Energy Limited, and the other two ministers of government whom I mentioned earlier, to signal the official opening of the Speedtech manufacturing plant here at the C.A. Paul Southwell industrial site. I want to emphasize that I take our minds back to some 2 months ago at the groundbreaking ceremony at the Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw International Airport, where we were placing in motion the necessary infrastructure to enable the RLB International to be solar powered. At that time, I announced that in the very near future, the men and the women of St. Kitts-Nevis would be applying their skills required in the manufacturing of solar panels, and that they would be doing this, they definitely would be doing this under the auspices of Speedtech Energy Limited, headed by Lucas Chu himself. This afternoon, I emphasize that this day has come. This day has come, and I am deeply pleased that the long-held commitment of my government to transform our economy from one based on fossil fuels to one that is dependent upon green energy was indeed taking another important step forward and upward. And for this, we have to thank you, our Minister of Energy, Dr. Martin, and our Minister of International Trade, Minister Skerritt, whose vision and commitment and negotiation skills were so pivotal to Speedtech Energy being able to open its doors here today. And I must express special appreciation as well to His Excellency, our Ambassador Miguel, whose commitment to ever-strengthening crucial relationship that St. Kitts-Nevis and the Republic of China and Taiwan share has proven to be of such great value to both his and our country. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for your support. I emphasize, ladies and gentlemen, that training is now the #1 priority of Speedtech Energy, because the productivity the efficiency, and indeed the overall success of this important venture will hinge so assuredly on the quality of skills possessed by those who will work here and on the efficient application of these skills. I emphasize that the work that has been produced from these various factories around this industrial estate and in Sandy Point, the work is of the highest quality and is being sought after by companies around the world, despite the competition that they are receiving from emerging industrial giants like China. The workers on the industrial site have long demonstrated their outstanding sense of commitment and proficiency vis-à-vis whatever tasks are placed before them. And this particular operation will be sure to follow that now well-established path. As you've heard, some 15 to 20, and eventually ramping up to about 60 Kittitians and divisions will be trained and would be able to work here for starters, with production being fully operational within 1 month. The items that will be manufactured here, as you've been told by Dr. Martin, will be sold here at home. They will be sold throughout the Caribbean region and also in the Latin American market as well. And speaking of the Latin American market, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is patiently awaiting the next sitting of our parliament to ensure, that legislation that is supportive to the partial scope agreement of Brazil and Guyana to come into being. And this will allow us special access to the large and lucrative market of Brazil, providing greater opportunities to expand our manufacturing products and capabilities here, and thus yet again provide more employment opportunities for our people of this country today. I emphasize that as I speak to you this afternoon here in St. Kitts and Nevis, I also could have been speaking to our region in the Bahamas, where the World Bank had invited me to participate in the launching of the Regional Growth Forum that is taking place in the Bahamas today. Why is that significant? It is significant because we recognize that in the battered economies in the Caribbean region, as a result of the prolonged global recession, we are now attempting to grow our economies out of the state of poor and low growth experienced over those years. By having this growth forum at the regional level, it is firstly to assist governments in identifying the special sectors that should be pursued for growth and development, because the only way to get ourselves out of this recession is to grow our economy out of it. And so the identification of appropriate sectors to be targeted for growth and development is what is critical about the forum that is being pursued in the Bahamas today and tomorrow. Here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we already know exactly what the sectors are that must be targeted. And today, we are again demonstrating that apart from the hotel and hospitality sector, apart from the agricultural sector that must now play a more dominant role in the growth of our economy, manufacturing, the old reliable manufacturing sector, which has never failed us, is also being targeted by the government with our partners today. I want to emphasize, therefore, that this project is going to bring and reap wonders for our people. In this project, we shall achieve many objectives simultaneously, and I want to mention them. One, we will advance our goal of becoming a green economy, which is absolutely necessary as we position St. Kitts and Nevis to the next level in terms of our productivity, in terms of economic development, and in terms of pursuing a path of improvement in the quality of life for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Secondly, we will enhance the technical capabilities and expand the skill sets available here in our federation. And why is this second achievement so important? You would have heard over the last few months, starting from December, that your government partnered with the SIDF, and we, together with the Department of Youth and Education and Community and Social Development, launched the People's Employment Program. What is that? Popularly known as PEP. It is to provide opportunities yet again for our people to enhance, develop, and hone their skills so that when this economy would have expanded successfully and we are out of the recession that we find ourselves in today because of the global situation, we would have our young people and others would have revisited the skills that they already have. And those young people who do not have any skills at the moment would now be properly tooled and ready to take part in reaping the benefits of the expanding, growing economy here in St. Kitts and Nevis. That is why today we are proud that over 2,000 people have enrolled in the People's Employment Program, the PEP, in order to hone and develop their skills and thus make them ready to participate actively in the new economy. This is the path that countries like Germany today in Europe, this is the path that they have taken in order to stimulate the European economies in growing out of the continued prolonged recession that they are experiencing. The third achievement, of course, is that we will provide employment. And fourthly, we will heighten the competitiveness of St. Kitts in the area of manufacturing, an area in which, thanks to the joint efforts of government, the private sector, and workers of this country, we have been able to outperform the entire OECS region, including Barbados, in terms of our exports to the external market. I believe, therefore, Ambassador Thiaw, that the relationship between your nation and ours has long proved to be one of extraordinary symbiosis. I recall some 30 years ago, when your country was one of the first to embrace this tiny nation, emerging on the world stage of nations on independence in September 1983. We again applaud your efforts to help us to celebrate the 30th anniversary, as today you would have started work on the enhancement of our Independence Square, thus preparing it to ensure that we can celebrate our 30th anniversary of independence in appropriate style with the support of the Republic of China and Taiwan. I want to emphasize further that since 1983, the support, the guidance, and the partnership you have provided has been unmatched by any other country that is friendly to us. The areas of support continued to assist us in our development, and this has been broad and multi-sectoral. We have seen your support in agriculture, specifically in agricultural diversification and agro-processing. We have seen your support in fishing and in the development of the marine resources that are in the seas around us. We have seen your support in information communication technology. We have seen your support in education, in training, not just 2 or 3 or 5 scholarships, but scholarships now in the area of the 30s. We have seen your support in renewable energy, yet again demonstrated here this afternoon. I want to say, Mr. Ambassador, that for your support and involvement where this particular project is concerned, I thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf not only of my cabinet, but the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Mr. Chu, my government looks forward to many years of constructive and productive collaboration with you. And Minister Martin and Minister Skerritt, I want to thank you once again for your remarkable vision and your leadership, which has once again yielded such tangible and quantifiable benefits for our Federation. I want to say to you, Dr. Martin, that you always said that our commitment in lowering the cost of fuel-based energy, electricity, will be medium and long-term, if not just simply short-term, with the support from the SIDF. This factory is part and parcel of that commitment to reduce our dependence upon high electricity consuming rates. We want to make sure that we understand that we are in this for the long haul, because once those solar panels are erected on houses and buildings of businesses around the entire country, there will always be need not only to manufacture for export, but for the replacement of the solar panels that are already being in use here in St. Kitts and Nevis. This is a long-haul, viable partnership between Speedtech, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the government of Taiwan. Today, I say finally, this is a great day, and I wish many years of satisfying involvement for each and every single national who will, through this facility, help to move this great federation along its most crucial path, that crucial path toward a truly green energy and a developed economy. God bless you. Thank you.